Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our very first Magic the Gathering trivia question on the channel. I thought this would be kind of a fun way to look at cards and talk about some of the misprints and things that have happened in Magic's history. We're going to start with the very first set, the limited edition alpha set that was released in 1993, and maybe make our way through the multiverse. Each video might pick a different card from a different set and ask some questions. We'll have a discussion. We'll appreciate the artwork and some of the cards that were printed in Magic's history. So we pulled out the Ancestral Recall playmat today by Mark Poole, who did Ancestral Recall in Alpha, as well as a number of other cards in that set. Word on the street is that in some interviews, Jesper Meerforce said that he would call the potential artists when they were designing the game and pitch them names of cards over the phone, and they would select the card names that they wanted to design art for, and then they would submit art to Wizards, and it would be approved and put in the set or be declined and not be used at all. So there's a lot of art that was was created and proposed for Magic and just not used on cards. There's a lot of art that was proposed and used for different cards, and there's some missing artworks that just, we know they existed, but we just don't know where they went if they didn't ever make it onto a Magic card. So today's question is Alpha Magic card related. It is also dual land related. As you know, there are 10 very powerful dual lands in the Alpha Beta Magic the Gathering set that were reprinted in Unlimited and Revised and foreign revised that kind of look like 4th edition, and the Summer edition. So the question is, which Magic the Gathering artwork was intended to be a dual land, but ended up being printed on a non-dual land card, kind of like this active Volcano. So there were the 10 dual lands, as I mentioned, but there's only 9 that were printed in Alpha. The Volcanic Island was omitted and not printed until the Beta edition. So there's some stories and theories behind why that card was not printed in Alpha and subsequently printed in Beta. So that's part of the question. If you know the answer, you can leave it in the comments below and we will discuss today. Hope you enjoy this little trivia video. Subscribe if you want to see more of these, and we'll probably pick another set next time. And give this video a like if this is your thing. And here's your options. Option number A, Active Volcano by Brian Snoddy, which was first released in Legends, but was that intended to be a dual land in the Alpha set? What do you think? That's choice number 1. Option number B is Birds of Paradise that we have in the background. As always, I do need a Birds of Paradise playmat. That might be my next acquisition, but this was by Mark Poole. This is the Dominaria remastered retro frame version that's about $5,000 to $8,000 less than an Alpha Birds of Paradise. So B, Birds of Paradise. Was it C, Purple Island, also by Mark Poole? This card was the 3rd variation of the basic island that was released in Beta but not in Alpha. So it's C, Island. We have D, Island Sanctuary, also by Mark Poole. Was that card supposed to be a dual land in Alpha? What do you think? This is an Alpha version, but it was not a dual land. Option 5, letter E, is Twiddle by Rob Alexander. This kind of looks like a landscape, maybe like a flooded plains of some kind. Was that supposed to be a dual land? Let me know in the comments if you think that is. Answer is Twiddle. And last but not least is Volcanic Eruption by Douglas Schuler. It kind of looks like Volcanic Island. Was that supposed to be the Volcanic Island that wasn't printed in Alpha? If you think Volcanic Eruption was supposed to be a dual land, let me know in the comments. Type your F in the comments below if you think it is Volcanic Island. And so those are your options. These are 6 cards that are not dual lands. They all have some iconic Magic art on them. and one of them was originally intended to be a dual land. So the correct answer is, hope you said B, Birds of Paradise. If you did, congratulations, you got the answer correct. If you've heard the story or read it on the internet before, the short version is that Jesper Meerfors, who is the art director, asked Mark Poole to draw Volcanic Island, and this was the art that Mark Poole drew. And it had a big Birds of Paradise on the front of it. And so Richard Garfield looked at this and said, you know, it can't be Volcanic Island because the Volcanic Island is too far in the back. So we'd like to just make a different card for this, or assign this card to the Birds of Paradise card that was in the set. And I think that's possibly what happened, is that this was the original Volcanic Island art. And then when it got assigned to Birds of Paradise, there was a gap where Volcanic Island art was supposed to be, and nobody drew Volcanic Island art, and so they printed the alpha set without the Volcanic Island in the set. So they noticed that it was missing, and they quickly assigned someone to draw Volcanic Island art. And what they came up with was this Volcanic Island. So this is a unlimited Volcanic Island. It taps for red or blue. If we had this card in alpha, I'd probably play it in alpha 40 because we're moving towards a red-blue deck now, but it does not exist in alpha. It did get printed in beta. Beta Volcanic Islands are quite expensive. So we went with the next available copy, which was unlimited. The revised Volcanic Islands are also pretty expensive, so this is our only Volcanic Island. So this is what was printed in beta with black borders, but that's the 10th mythical dual land. The original artist is Brian Snowdy, who did Volcanic Island. Interestingly enough, Brian Snowdy did not draw Active Volcano, even though Brian Snowdy was credited as Active Volcano on the Legends release. Active Volcano was actually drawn by Justin Hampton. So that was corrected in the Chronicles edition. So you can see at the bottom there, Justin Hampton drew this Active Volcano. And last, also, Mark Poole did some dual lands in the original set. Did he do it? He did. He was credited as doing Tropical Island. It says Mark Poole on the Alpha Tropical Island, but the actual artist was Jesper Meerfors, and you can see his little JM92 or 3. It's really tiny, but that's Jesper Meerfors. So in the beta edition, the artist was corrected, and it says Jesper Meerfors down on the beta Tropical Island. But Mark Poole did do this Tropical Island. I believe he was originally going to do, or sorry, Mark Poole was credited as doing this original Tropical Island, but I think he was actually supposed to do Volcanic Island. And so there was a slight mix-up in the alpha set. Some of it got fixed in the beta set when they printed Volcanic Island and corrected Tropical Island. And Active Volcano really didn't get printed until Legends. But that, my friends, was kind of the video today, the little lore behind some of these card artworks. Yeah, Birds of Paradise is the correct answer. If you thought Birds of Paradise was supposed to be a dual land, you are correct. Go play the lottery, get a scratch off today, and just enjoy that artwork one more time. What do you think? Would that work as a dual land, or is the bird too prominent in the front? I'm not really sure. But it's one of the cool stories about Magic and the history of the card game. And I hope you learned a little bit about the artwork on that card or some of the other cards today. Leave a comment below if any of these are your favorite artworks. If you like Twiddle or Volcanic Eruption, let me know below in the comments. And if you'd like to do, if you have any other trivia questions that you want to see a video on, let me know in the comments too, and I'll take those cards and turn it into a video trivia for you next time. Appreciate everybody. Have a great day. That was a lot of fun. I'll catch you in another video.